Well, how'd you like to make a quick 100 extra bucks tonight? And then never have to see your boss again. And that's what's going on now in what's called the gig economy, and it's all through websites online. It's not traditional, ways to get a job anymore, or relationships that you have to work all the time. And it's for people, gosh, whether you can make a full-time gig out of it or a full-time job that's using these websites, or just use it when you got a fire drill. Man, I need a couple $100 fast. How do you do that? You don't go to one of these, what the fire, what's the money people that lend money for exorbitant fees, payday loans. That's why I couldn't think of that. But anyway, you don't do that. You just open up your phone and you say, hey, I can make 100, 200 bucks a night just by serving hors d'oeuvres at a party. I'll do that. I never have to see anybody again. And you get it right away in your bank account, because it's all the complications of doing all these things now are eliminated by the cloud. See, we have all these websites on the cloud, and it's easy to come and go. And here's one of the ones that are interesting, I think. It's called Shift Gig. And this is like the kinds of people who use it. This is an example of a musician. So he said, working to make ends meet while pursuing a passion as something many workers on the gig shift app relate to. See, he's a guitarist or a player, and he doesn't have enough money all the time. Sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. So he substituted. Here's a mom, a stay-at-home mom says, well, few will argue that a job as a mom is one of the hardest ones out there. Samantha loves staying at home to care for her 3 children. But as the youngest started school, she found herself, hey, I got a few hours during the day. I can make some money. And she just fills in when she wants to. So if the kid has to go to ballet school or something like that, well, I don't show up today. And no problem. Or Mark is an entrepreneur starter. Man, I need some extra money while I'm doing this stuff. How do I do that? How do I not have to marry somebody or some company forever? It's on one of these kinds of platforms. And there's dozens and dozens, hundreds of them. This is called Gig Shift, and that's right. And see, what's neat too, in the internet, you could get reviews. Like there's 2 places you could just put, do this now, review Gig Shift. And when you get it, you'll find 2 review websites. And these are actually employment websites. One is called Glassdoor, and the other one is called Indeed. And look, see here, for Shift Gig, there's 258 reviews. So people actually use the stuff. So you're seeing what people who used it, and so you read the good and the bad and whatever. We all have bad parts to us, right? And so if you're just going to pay one bad part, and that's a deal breaker for you, fine. But most things will have bad parts. So don't look for perfect. You want to make some money. It's not going to be perfect. No, nothing's perfect out there. You never bought anything perfect in your life. We're all screwed up. So it's whether you need the income or not, whether you need the money. That's what it is. And you want to know what's the downside or what to look for. You just go to these websites, and put in even the gig. These aren't real employers. They're gig employers, which is a whole different thing. And there's other things too. I found another one in New York. There's something called JITATJO, and they hire people like that. And so it's the same thing. So they're like that all over. What I have, on Lesko Help, I'm trying to show people how to make extra money like this. And none of these things cost you any money. See, that's the beauty of this thing. It doesn't cost you any money to be on the website, accept a job, to do anything like that. And just they take a percentage of your salary. The website does, and it's usually very small. Some of them don't, because they have a deal with the company who's hiring people who, come with me, and so you don't. So it all depends. But what I have is a report, for my members of Lesko Help that I give you, that shows you about 50 ways to do this kind of work only when you want to. Some of it's fun, some of it's not so fun, some of it's just money. You hold your nose for one night, you do the thing, and get the extra income like that. And so there's so many ways. And actually in the report too, I show you they have I found a free video training. So how to use these sites, what it's all about and everything. And people who go through that training, it's not very long. It's like a dozen hours, not even that. And they start making like $1,800 a month, just after, going through that free training, which is online. And then all the places that you could sign up to like this are all in that package. So you don't have to go to Google and search all this kind of stuff. And then I have a whole bunch, about 50 other ones there that you could go through, whether it's making money with stuff that you don't use in your closet anymore. Yeah. Or anything, or teaching kids soccer over the internet or something like that. If you like doing that, there's all kinds of ways to make that kind of income now, and very easy if you start learning a system. If you haven't done it before like this, then there's, you have to go through the learning curve. But you didn't know how to drive first, and you learned, and that's more complicated. But we all learn that because it's important to survive in society. So this is another way. This is the growth of where our economy is going. So you got to learn these tools. And the faster you learn them, the more you're going to be part of the upswing, not when it's all over and coming down on the downswing. Yeah. And that's what's going on in our country. You want to be a phone operator anymore, right? We don't have that. But you can answer the phones for, as a gig. I'm talking, I feel like answering phones for somebody for a while. And that customer service, just do it at home, turn on your phone. Yeah, you get the calls and take it and make money. Yeah. And that's what's available out there. It's all new. It's stuff that, it's only just a few years this has been happening, but it's growing. Businesses like it, whatever. Sure, there's bad parts to it, but you got to know what's out there. You're looking for perfect, man. You got to find another planet. You're not going to find perfect here. So it's this, whether you need the income or not. That's it. You suffer, you do it, whatever, and you go on to something else and build something. And I'll show you how to do too. So that's Lesko Help. If you want that report, I'll send you that report for free with all these sources in it. So and I got about 20 some other reports like this, all the neat things that are going on, how to get websites that give you money. See, this is a website again that gives you money, not takes your money. See? The websites you find in Google are the ones that want to take your money. See, I'll show you websites that give you money. Now that's pretty cool.